no standard, that organization or group wallows in confusion. So for us as CITN, we must conform with our standard of practice. We have 3 documents that guide our tax practice. 1 is the tax law. You cannot do without that. 2nd is our professional rules and practice guidelines. Professional rules and practice guidelines. And finally is the taxation standards. These are the 3 documents that guide our tax practice.
The 16th President, standing before you, we have a total of 74 members that have been found eligible after thorough reviews and background investigations by the membership team. They are presented before you for them to take the oath and, of course, to receive their license.
Wider choices, greater help are coming the way of taxpayers desirous of professional guidance in navigating the taxation minefield. On Friday, the 14th of February 2025, 74 members of the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria were duly presented with a license to practice, swelling the ranks of such rare breed to 2,500.
Today, we gather to celebrate the achievement of our colleagues who have successfully met the requirement and standards set by our institute to be awarded the CITM practicing license. Your dedication, hard work, and perseverance have earned you this prestigious recognition. This achievement is a testament to your commitment to excellence and your passion to the taxation profession. The CITM practicing license is a badge of honor that distinguishes you as a qualified and competent taxation professionals, not stouting. You are not more a stout. It's a mark of your expertise and a reflection of your ability to provide high-quality services to your clients and stakeholders.
What is expected of...
As we embark on this journey, let me emphasize that technical knowledge alone is not enough. The credibility of our profession rests on the foundation of ethics, integrity, and accountability. Remember, the motto of the Institute is integrity and service. Clients will entrust you with sensitive financial information, and it is your duty to handle it with utmost confidentiality and professionalism. It will not be fair for your clients who has divulged their information to you to find it out there. This is the age of social media. So you have to uphold professionalism and confidentiality so that your clients can trust you. Ethical dilemmas will arise, and sometimes the pressure to compromise standards may be strong. However, always remember, your reputation is your greatest asset. Maintain honesty in reporting. Uphold compliance with tax laws. And avoid any practice that could bring disrepute to yourself, the profession, and the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria. The long-term success of your career will depend not only on your competence, but also on the trust you build with your clients and stakeholders. Beyond ethics, a critical part of your practice will be the engagement process, the professional approach you take in handling client relationships. Every tax engagement should begin with a clear written agreement, outlining the scope of work, responsibilities, fees, and the client's obligations. This protects you and your clients and minimizes misunderstandings. Commit to continuous learning, embrace technological advancements, and position yourself as a trusted advisor in the field. Remember, your success is not just measured by financial gains, but by the impact you make through ethical practice, professional service, and business sustainability. The opportunities before you are limitless. Seize them with confidence and integrity.
Barrister Samuel Abeluyi, president of the institute, gave the opening remarks and declared the event open.
I'm highly delighted that we are to do this exercise and that the list is growing. I am exceedingly grateful to God that CITN is what it is today and is growing. Taxation rests on a tripod of economics, law, and accounting. You will need the knowledge, very good, beyond average knowledge of law to be a good tax practitioner now that you are even looking for your license. And without your good economic knowledge, you won't be able to take advantage of opportunities in the system, and you may not be able to advise your client properly. So what this speaks to is that you need to be on top of your game in terms of your capacity building. Training. Read and read very well. Just make it look like your life depends on it. The Institute will keep on working on improving our value. And when we are in US to inaugurate the district, and we also visited the district in UK, the question as to the benefit of this bill came. And now, you know, it's a global village now. And that global village we are talking about some 20, 30 years ago has been put in a different form by way of internet. So there are a lot of our colleagues, let me say this clearly to you. There are a lot of our colleagues who are tax agents in US who are also getting business in Lagos, in FRS. Let me say that clearly. So it would be wrong if you are here, you are not getting from LRS, you are not getting from any of the companies, and those who have their businesses, their office established in New York, in Washington, they tell you my global income, I have 40% coming from Nigeria, I have 60% coming from US. So we also need to take advantage of what is going on. And the Institute will always support you all the way. If it has to do with knowledge, I tell you, get full dose from this institute.
Still on the code of ethics.
There's money in taxation. I won't deny that fact. But if you go for the money, you leave your integrity behind. Any report that is sent to CITN is not sent to the president. So if you say I was your colleague in Yabatek or Lasru or somewhere, there's nothing I can do. Because the registrar will send it to investigation panel without letting me know. That is the structure. If I know, it's just for custody. She can't get a complaint about anybody and the president will say don't send it to investigation panel. Then the president is also culpable. So we have system whereby I pray you will not be reported. So I can't overemphasize this. But I say it again, there's money in taxation and there's money in Nigeria. All you just need to do is go around. The opportunities are enormous. People are doing great things in this country. And so by the time the government unleash, I use the word unleash deliberately, what is coming on people, the opportunities will be there. People will be needy individuals, high net worth individual. I'm not talking of company now. We seek for your services, just like individuals have services of personal and family doctors. They will need you. That is the basic thing, not just the corporate people now. The big people who have billions and they are paying 1,000, 2,000. The system will soon refill them and they will seek for you.
High point of the event was a paper presentation on professional ethics, engagement procedures, and small firms merger for business sustainability.
professional ethics. I think that's the foundation of our practice. Ethics. Dictionary definition of ethics is, according to Webster Dictionary, one has to conform with the standard of conduct of a given profession or group. Therefore, a tax professional must comply with the legal requirements, code of conduct, rules and regulations of the institutes. Where there's no code of conduct, no standards, that organization or group wallows in confusion. So for us as CITN, we must conform with our standard of practice. We have 3 documents that guide our tax practice. One is the tax law. You cannot do without that. Second is our professional rules and practice guidelines. Professional rules and practice guidelines. And finally is the taxation standards. These are the 3 documents that guide our tax practice. When we talk about ethics, what's the foundation of ethics? The fundamental principles of ethics are: 1, integrity. The president and the chairman of Taxation Standard spoke about integrity. You must be a professional with integrity. Granted, there's money in taxation, but you must be a professional with integrity. Don't pursue the thousands of naira and lose your integrity. Once your integrity is gone, you're no longer a practitioner. You must be a man with integrity or a professional with integrity. Objectivity, how to be objective. Your client should rely on you. Okay? Don't be a man of subjectivity. You are neither here nor there. Professional competence. You must be up your game at all times. Don't say, well, the money is good. The job you cannot do, you will sign it off. I want to do it. 2 years ago, a company engaged my firm and another firm to do a forensic audit. We're divided into 2. We handled the south. The other company was handling the north. The assignment was to run for 3 months. We finished ours within record time, 3 months. The second firm was a very small firm and hadn't the experience. However, because the money was good and I think he was close with the MD, and he got the assignment. The assignment was to run for 3 months. 1 year, they could not find their redeems. They were still doing the job. We had collected our money and we had forgotten about the exercise. Until early this year, the MD called us that, well, these people could not still finish the exercise for the past 2 years, that we should come and do what they were engaged to do. We had to do it, and they were asked to refund the 70% paid to them. So what I'm trying to say in effect is, please don't sign off what you cannot do. 1. And secondly, 2, as we go further, there's provision for merger. Talk to a colleague. Seek professional advice. If you cannot merge, if you subcontract, you are still liable to your report, but there's nothing bad to engage a colleague who can do it. Please, let's join together and bid for this assignment. From there to you learn. Okay? So please don't engage or sign off what you cannot do. Confidentiality. Look at your client's money and take your own fee only. You exercise. Do your work and forget it. And don't use your client's information for another client. Okay, don't divulge your client's information to third parties. More often than not, you may even sign off a confidentiality clause. So please, confidentiality is very, very important. Compliance with the law. taxation is law, no doubt about that. So make sure you comply with the relevant tax provisions.
Mr. James Obogu's paper was discussed by the duo of Mr. Gregory Odier and Mrs. Runke Ohiono.
One of the key things, right, for any business to thrive or survive, you have to know what you are doing. So for clients, for even the multinationals you work for, the local clients you work for, what every client is looking out for is what? Value. They want to engage tax practitioners that will add value to them. So what I would say is, as they are going to start your own practice, or if you've started on without being formal, you're now going to formalize it, right? You need to know your owners, know what the tax practice is all about. Now we know we have the reform bill coming up. We need to take time, because even for us as Big Four, there's a lot of learning. We've been doing what we call our technical sessions for the past months, and it might go up to 3-4 months for us to, divulge what is really in the bill, understand it. Because if you don't understand what is in the law, what is in the bill, how do you want to advise your clients? So you need to prioritize learning.
You must be aware of the environment. The environment is evolving. You have the FRC, Financial Reporting Council. The FRC will also regulate what you do. So bear it in mind. If you do anything that is outside the ethical provisions of our institute, FRC will knock at your door. You have obligations to FRC. When you are engaging, make sure that the person you are engaging is not someone that will bring FRC to your door and say, this man has not acted well. I've been, like I said, I've listened to my brother's presentation severally, and at every point, it takes me back to go and look at so many things again. So, and he said something about someone signing an opinion page with CITN, stamping it with CITNC. The problem is, two things could have happened. It's possible the person that stamped it is not the person that has the license or the seal. So what do? Guide your license as if it's one part of your leg. Anywhere you are keeping it, make sure it is well protected. And now your name is on anywhere they place your seal, whether they use forensic machine to check whether your fingerprint was on that paper or not. The fact that your seal is there is a representation that you performed and executed that document. So you have to be careful.
Then came the reason for the event.
My president, the 16th president, Mr. Samuel Agbeli, MNI, FCTI, standing before you, we have a total of 74 members that have been found eligible after thorough reviews and background investigations by the membership team. They are presented before you for them to take the oath and, of course, to receive their license.
When I say I, you put your name. I do solemnly swear that I shall always comply with the provisions of the Institute's charter, bear true allegiance to the Chartered Institute of Taxation of Nigeria, obey all rules and regulations of the Institute from time to time, comply with all the codes of ethics and standard required of licensed tax practitioner. So help me God. Congratulations.
to underscore the importance of the practicing license to budding tax practitioners. One of the licensees came all the way from the United Kingdom, and the Chairman Taxation Standard and Practice Monitoring Committee herself, Mrs. Ruth Arokoyo, was one of the licensees. Tax Matters spoke to some of the newly licensed tax practitioners.
So congratulations on receiving your practice license sealed and stamped. So how do you feel today, and what impact do you feel it will have on your profession going forward?
Yes, I'm very happy to be certified and receiving my certificate today to practice as a tax practitioner in Nigeria. There are so many quacks out there practicing, and this certification is going to differentiate those of us that are professionals from the quackery practice in Nigeria.
I feel very happy, very elated. It's been a almost 6-year journey for me to come to this level, and so I'm happy that at the end I see the journey ending where I thought it would end, but it's also the beginning of another direction of travel. So I'm excitedly looking forward to being able to support people with managing their taxes, filing their returns, and also supporting in whatever legal issues they may have around tax.
It means the whole world to me. Like I said, we've been on so many training on so many practice license forum like this, but this is actually very special because obviously what they've touched on today is absolutely invaluable. You know, it's really good, and like I said, it's worth every penny I pay for my tickets to travel over here for the program, and I really appreciate what the institute is doing. Coming from my organization, because I run my practice. I run my practice, Tom Fag LLP in the United Kingdom. I also run my practice, Tomini Ifagwe & Co. in Nigeria. I'm going to be using it over here in Nigeria because, as you know, the way taxation works, there are tax laws in the UK. You know, unfortunately, you may not be able to practice use this practice in the United Kingdom. But you can also use the practice I've got in the United Kingdom to practice here. And one thing that they've been saying a lot here is about Japa, you know. But I am an example of reverse Japa, because one of my other colleagues that I sat beside there, we're all coming back home now, so we want to actually practice here, and this is absolutely valuable to me. You know, it means the world to me, the license. It will add a lot to my profession, and obviously, practicing in Nigeria, I want to grow my practice. I want to match with other firms. I want to add value to the people of Nigeria, because all this knowledge that we'll have, we'll be able to add value, you know, build the practice, collaborate with people, and yeah, I'm looking forward to it and to expand in Nigeria. That's what really matters to me.
I've just received my practice license today, and I feel grateful. I'm excited about it, and I'm excited about the future. Tax is seeming a little bit more interesting now, so it's really great to have the license to go out there and help solve tax problems. It would enhance my profession, basically, as a business person as well, and someone who wants to solve problems. So it's something that it empowers me. I feel empowered to go out there and solve problems.
How do you feel today? Having acquired your practice license, sealed and stamped, and you are now a tax practitioner. How do you feel, and what does this mean to you?
Yes, I feel like I am part of a bigger system now. You know, Nigerian is going through a very different phase of tax. We have realized that no matter the income we are earning from any resources, the only thing that could sustain our economy is a tax-driven economy. So I'm glad that I'm also a player that can help the country and help the people to build a better nation. So having the practice license now makes me a critical player in the Nigerian project. So I'm very glad about that. At least it's a purpose in life.
As a taxpayer, be it corporate, be it individual, you have more choices.
In the heart of Nigeria, the skyline is changing. World-class roads, bridges and railways are transforming the way we move. Our taxis are building the foundation for a stronger and more connected future, upgrading our infrastructure, one project at a time, from new highways to expanding airports. Every naira you contribute is helping to create job opportunities and to boost economic growth. Taxis are powering essential services like modern hospitals, improved schools, and cutting-edge technology to prepare our children for tomorrow. With investment in green energy, we are creating a more sustainable Nigeria for future generations. This is just the beginning. Together, we are building a prosperous Nigeria, powered by your contribution. Affix the most envisioned gathering in the tax calendar, the 27th Annual Tax Conference 2025, themed Taxation for Development, Policies, Law and Implementation. Lock your spot now and be part of this milestone event. To register, please visit www.citnevent.org/events. Together, we build the future. Every tax you pay is a step towards a brighter and a better tomorrow. May Nigeria work for us.